In this video, we are going to learn the basic concepts of blood transfusion. So first of all, we need to understand that what is this transfusion? Transfusion is basically the transferring, right? The transferring of blood from any person to another person who is in need. So first of all, think of the examples where a person will need blood. If the person is having anemia or low RBC count, or the person is in operative state, or in case of severe trauma, injury, or road accident, so that person will be needing blood. Fine. Therefore, it is written here that in the case of severe injury or operation, there is considerable loss of blood and the patient needs blood from outside. So this transfer of blood from one person to other is called blood transfusion. Now comes the concept of donor and recipient. So what happens? Suppose this is person A and this is person B, and this person A met with a road traffic accident unfortunately. What will happen? There will be a loss of blood. So now this person A is in need of blood and this person B will give the blood to this person A. Now you tell me who will be the donor and who will be the recipient. Who is giving the blood? The person B is giving the blood. So the action of giving refers to the donoring effect, or you can say donor person. And who is receiving the blood? That is the person A. So person A is a recipient of the blood. Therefore, it is written here that person who gives blood is called donor and who receives blood is called recipient. For blood transfusion, the blood of the donor and that of the recipient need to belong to the same blood group or to be compatible. Why compatible? Because an incompatibility or different blood group will result in antigen antibody reaction, resulting to the clumping of the RBC and destruction of the RBC. Now comes the concept of compatibility and incompatibility. Suppose this is person A and this is person B. Whatever the blood group is there of person A and person B, suppose this person B gives the blood to person A and there happens antigen antibody reaction. So that is the case of incompatibility. And suppose if there is a case where this person gives the blood to person A and there is no reaction, so that is known as compatibility. Therefore, it is written here that in incompatible blood transfusion, the antigens of donor's blood are attacked by the antibodies of recipient blood, because the antigens are foreign bodies and against that antigen already antibodies are present in case of different blood groups. This causes clumping of the donor's RBC. Now comes the best scenario. So the blood transfusion is most successful where the blood group of the donor and that of the recipient is the same, because they have similar antigens and similar antibodies. Suppose if a person A is there and if a person B is there, and the blood group of person A is A and the blood group of person B as well as B. So the antigens on the surface of RBC in both the condition is A, and antibody will be anti B and anti B. Now suppose there happens a transfusion, and what happens in that transfusion, the blood will get mixed, but there is no chance of reaction because the antigen is same. Now comes the universal recipient, that is blood group AB. So if I ask you about the antigen, you know the presence of antigen gives the name to the blood group. Therefore, antigens A and B will be present in that person. Antibody, there will be no antibody because already antigen A and antigen B are present in that human body. Now, whatever blood group you give, whether it is A, whether it is B, whether it is O, so whatever blood group you give it to that person, there is no antibody against any antigen. Therefore, it can accept the blood from any donor. Therefore, it is written here that person with blood group AB have no antibody in their blood because their RBCs have both types of antigen. Therefore, person with AB blood group can receive blood from all the four blood groups A, B, AB, and O. So, person with AB blood group are called universal recipients or universal acceptor. Now comes the universal donor, that is blood group O. Now, if I ask you blood group O has What antigens? O resembles 0. Therefore, there will be no antigen. Antibody, there will be anti-A and anti-B. When you will transfer the blood, what will be transferred in more quantity? RBCs will be transferred in more quantity because our primary aim is to increase the number of RBC, not the plasma. And antibody is found in plasma. So there are no antigens in the RBCs. So no antigens, or whatever will be the antibody present in the recipient, there is no matter, because outer foreign body antigen is nothing. Therefore, it is written here that the blood group from O can be given to persons of any blood group because it has no antigens to react with the recipient antibodies. Therefore, persons with blood group O are called universal donors, but they can receive blood only from blood group O person because of the presence of both types of antibodies in their plasma. Now comes the medical precautions. Doctor usually prescribe certain blood tests for the correct diagnosis of the disease. I hope this topic is very clear to you. Thank you.